Hi, welcome to the Las Vegas News Desk. I'm Bill McLaughlin, editor-in-chief of Furniture Today. I have a very special guest with me this morning, Andrew Kauffman, CEO of Furniture First Buying Group. Andrew, thanks for joining me. How are you?
Thanks for the invitation. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. So what are you hoping to accomplish? The whole market situation has been very disrupted for the last year. From the standpoint of Furniture First and your members, what are you hoping to accomplish out in Las Vegas this April?
Well, I will say we're taking less staff than we normally do, and shortening our trip as well. But with our group, seeing the members that are out there that we haven't seen in such a long time, certainly seeing the vendors that are out there. Our industry has a fellowship, and I think that the in-person communication, whether it be member to member or member to vendor, that's something people miss. So we're going out there to help the members that are there, like I said, and promote the vendors that are there. We also, in our showroom, which is B530, we're right between Manoa and England. We are previewing our new private label mattress line, so that's exciting.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, it is, we have a line called Mattress First, and we also have an alternative line called American Sleep Specialist. It's something that's put out to bid every 3 years. CERTA has won the bid since 2006. Being a cooperative, we work by committee. The mattress committee works closely with the staff member that's in charge of sleep products to develop the program. And, they developed a 16-bed lineup this time, and, just previewing it for the members to go out to Las Vegas. We have a couple tweaks to make, but it's going to be all ready to rock and roll at Premarket. Our showroom is usually not open at Premarket because we're out shopping, but taking some extra people down for Premarket to have the showroom open for members to see the new line, which they'll be able to order May 1st.
Very exciting.
So it's a big part of our group, and like I said, because being a cooperative, it's not just somebody from CERTA and just one person from here making the line. The mattress committee, we have 15 people on the mattress committee. We had a meeting in Georgia. They get together and they represent the membership, what they want to see in the product. And it's a huge revenue source for our members.
Well, it also sounds like it's a really well-vetted program.
It is.
Okay. How would you describe how your members are doing? I mean, we do hear a lot about, backlogs and, delayed orders and shipping problems. How are your members faring through all of this?
They're doing well. One thing I did want to mention about Vegas that I forgot, Vegas is also a very good market for us for prospecting. So that's another reason why we're going out there. We usually get 1 or 2 members every time we go to Vegas. I think as far as how our members are doing, it comes down to managing expectations with the consumer at time of sale. If you have an RSA that is just quoting the, tried and true 4 to 6 weeks, then, you're kicking the can down the road and you're going to have a problem in 4 to 6 weeks. I think that our members are training their RSAs to be honest with the customer, tell them what's going on. They are using, we've made videos here going through a timeline of the last 13 months, exactly what has affected the furniture industry. I'm sure you saw that NBC News reel. We tell them to use that. I just found something else on Yahoo Finance that I'll be sending out today that I think it was furniture is the third item on their list of things that are in shortage. So it's all about education and communication. They've got to communicate with their customers, even if they have nothing to say. Mrs. Smith, it's Bob from ABC Furniture. Just want to call you again. We're still working on your order. I don't have any new news, but we didn't forget about you. The worst thing that can happen is if a customer calls and somebody's getting yelled at, "Where's my furniture?" because they didn't communicate. And that's part of the managing expectations. So that's something that we've pushed very, very hard.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the consumer's fear, is that they've placed this order, they've given you their money, and they're just afraid that somebody forgot about them. As long as they know that you're still thinking, I think that seems to make a big difference with the consumer.
Yeah, and I think that having the NBC News story, did you see that?
Yes, I did.
Okay, yeah, and like I said, we've done some videos here. It kind of gives validation to what the RSA is saying. And I'm not saying a customer doesn't trust an RSA, but when you're hearing the same thing from the same person over and over again, people can possibly get skeptical. But when you bring a third party in, like a major news network, and ask the customer to please watch this, and they see about foam and they see about lumber, then, they don't like it. But like the lady said on the NBC video, she's going to get her sofa. It's just not going to be as soon as she wanted it. So I think using those tools are crucial, but it's got to start at time of sale, because everybody knows the most important part of the sales process is the greet. And if you don't establish trust and value with a customer, and that trust has to do with telling them exactly what's going on in our industry, you're going to have issues.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned also pre-market. Does that look like, is that shaping up to be a little more important this year than previous years?
Yes. We did a informal RSVP for pre-market, and in all years I've been in this business, I've never seen so many of our members going to pre-market. I mean, we have people from Arizona going to pre-market, which never happens. So unfortunately, I think it might be a carbon copy of what happened last fall, is that pre-market's going to be very busy. What's the vendor count up to now? 320 or something like that?
Yeah, it's over 320 at this point. I think it's around 330 something. But even as I say this, it's probably going to change again today. Right. We find the numbers go up every day.
Yeah, that pre-market's going to be very, very busy. And unfortunately, I think June market is going to mirror October of last year. That's going to be slower, I think. I think the High Point Market Authority should be happy in the fact that even, the people that don't usually go to pre-market that went last year, I heard, whether we have a pandemic or not, pre-market's great. I'm going to start going. So I think pre-market is going to pick up steam and be very viable for the years to come. Not that it isn't now, it's just going to be heavier attended.
Well, I think both, they validate the value. And I think you mentioned it earlier with regard to Las Vegas, the importance of seeing people face to face. When people can get together, they really do want to get together. They want to see product in person. They want to see people in person. So I think it just validates that whole premise.
Yeah. I think you and I talked once before that Furniture First, we facilitate all of our performance groups. And, the performance group meetings were virtual last year. Well, we just had an in-person meeting last week down at one of our stores in Mississippi, Lisa Hawkins' store, Room to Room. She's on our board. And, they were just happy to see each other. They got a lot of work done, but that's the thing. Like I said, this industry has a fellowship, and it's a tried and true line that we all say, this business is about relationships, but it really is in the face-to-face, especially on the vendor side too. I mean, I can't wait to get out and see some of the folks that I haven't seen in a while.
Likewise. So, well, thanks for joining me here this morning. I really appreciate it. Hopefully we will get to see each other real soon in person and get back to a little bit of that regular interaction. Thanks for taking the time.
Yes. Thank you for the invitation. Appreciate it.